Hello, this is Mike of Nearly Enough Dice, and this is the Kerbal Space Program. I have decided, after much deliberation, I'm going to go for the polar orbit, because I've been looking up how to do that. So that's the thing I'm going to do. Ooh. That's going to expire. Can I see if they actually mean that in terms? Oh no, it's not what I meant to do. 8 minutes 30 odd seconds. I'm going to see if they actually mean that. I have to go back out and see if time has passed. No, 8 minutes 37 seconds. I'm going to take that because otherwise I think I'm going to lose it, and I don't. I mean, technically, I don't think it matters anything because it's literally that guy doesn't exist now. He doesn't exist until I click that. So there you go. Polar orbit satellite. So you have to make a new Dubry with a new WhatsApp. And because I did not realize that the voltaic panels work the way they do, I'm going to put more on. So that way it should always be pointing to the sun at some point. Give it one antenna. Now I'll go to my sub-assemblies and I'll grab my satellite launcher. It actually already comes with one of those. Gonna have to change my satellite launcher. Whoop. I'm gonna leave the batteries. The batteries, they'll recharge, but it's good to have a buffer. Save that. Hopefully I'm not going too overconfident just because I've succeeded in a couple of these launches. And the polar orbit shouldn't be that difficult, from what I understand. The main trick, as I understand it, is immediately going to wait for it to turn up. Is clicking on here and immediately going to my orbital. Instead of looking at the surface velocity, look immediately to my orbital. Launch new unmanned probe. Reach the designated polar orbit around Kerbal within reasonable deviation. Maintain stability for 10 seconds. So essentially, instead of angling slightly east, I'm going to be angling slightly west and very much north when I take off. And I'll be able to get some idea of how fast I'm going because I'm now looking at my orbital speed and not my surface speed. So I'm going to turn on my guidance system, which I keep forgetting to do. Now I'm not sure which way's north. That's east. Surely. I honestly don't know which way I'm pointing. I'm good at this. I think I'm going south. Whoop. Well, anyway, yeah, I'm very much going south. Here's a question. Which way did I want to go round? So I could literally be 180 degrees wrong. I could be literally going exactly the wrong way round, which would be kind of amusing. Put that up. Stage only. Right, so I'm not running out yet. So it's possible I wanted to go north and I didn't. So I may have to completely abort this because I may be going completely the wrong way, and I wouldn't know how to turn myself back around because I'm going like that way, and then it would have to go the other way. It's like that sounds like that would be hard. Yeah. So it might mean that may just mean that I need to. Yeah, that way south. Okay. That's east. Or was that west? So is my ball upside down? I mean, if the big red line is north, which is what it seems to be, and I suppose would make sense. It's ridiculous how surely that's a very obvious thing to ask, Michael. And it's like, no, I haven't really thought about that. So it seems like the big red line is north, so I should have gone north. So I may end up going completely the wrong way. But hey, it's all a learning experience. Even an awful lot of this learning how much of an idiot I am. I should probably throttle down before I do that, just in case. Yeah, there are a couple of problems with this orbit. Let's turn off debris tracking up here. Oh, okay. So it's showing me. No, it's Mr. Kerman. Got too many. Now. I actually have too many satellites. I think. Really to. Right. I think what I'm going to want to do is at normal. When I get down here. See if this is going to do what I want it to do. Why am I suddenly not? Oh, because I've missed it. Yep, so that is turning the orbit, but I'm gonna wait till I'm actually at the pole, I think. Try and remember to just turn off acceleration when I get there. That's going the exact wrong way. I want this one. Question is, am I now going to have the oomph? No, I'm not. Alright, let's abort that one. I'm going to have to think. I think I'm going to have a think about that one. Exactly how to do that. So I saved that one, so I can make a new one. Because I don't have any cockpits that can take more than one person. I believe this is going to have to be driven by this thing. Hopefully that's going to be enough, actually. Because I've added a bit of extra weight, so one single parachute might not be enough now. Whoop, what just happened? Well, how much what have I got in the way of weight? Quite a lot. Although, I mean, I look at 14 tons and I think that's so much. I can add another engine on, and then no. Very rarely can I add another engine on. Ooh, that's not going to work. So that's how massively overweight am I? Quite a lot. Probably to the point where it's not worth just... what the hell? A bit of extra oomph at the beginning. See, this should be as simple as matching orbits. Going inside if you want to go faster, going outside if you want to go slower. Should be. And it has the definite... I know what I could have done with my polar orbit. I should have just waited until the planet had actually more or less got to the same inclination. Alright, zoom in, zoom out. I'm very confused about what direction's what. So off we go into the sky! And I revert the flight. I'm a dumbass. I think I need to... I need to actually not have any crew. Although, I mean, who knows? Maybe you can... It will be interesting to find out. I'm not going to do it that way, but it'd be quite funny if I take a manned thing up there, and so I get close to my Kerbal, who's in space. Now, there's another thing I haven't quite worked out. Oh, there's another one. Right, so I've got no crew, okay. Okay, let's try it again! I probably could have done with chucking those off, but I really couldn't be bothered. The other thing I wasn't sure about was whether, because the The command module has reaction wheels. The probe body does not, as a general thing. So you need to add the reaction wheels in. But it appears that it will in fact use the command module reaction wheels. I wasn't sure it was going to do that. Another thing I could have done was put on RCS motors, because the command module comes with monopropellant. Remember to throttle up. And so that would have been helpful for fine maneuvering close up. And a light might have been a good thing as well. Oops. Now, which ones are Kerbals? Right, that's his orbit. I'll go slightly above his orbit because I will come down again. I'll go to his orbit. I mean, it'll shrink a bit, but I want to go faster anyway, so I can catch up with him. It'll shrink a bit because I'm currently still in atmosphere. Where is the bugger? I was wanting to see if I could set him as a target. Oops, excuse me. Well, if I turn off probes, there we go. So only his orbit. I can now only see his orbit. That's good. Getting the space music, so I'm above the atmosphere now. Currently slightly within his orbit, but very likely I'll go beyond it because I don't seem to be able to avoid that. Let's go with now. No, so I don't think I've fully circularized the orbit. There we go. Now, I swear I'd love to have maneuver nodes again. Oh, have I run out of fuel? I have. Yay! Balls. Fundamentally. That did not work. Where am I? Can't even see myself. Some rethinking. Cheat, go back in time. Rather amusingly, the contract doesn't run out for 5 years. Which tends to imply that he's going to be fine for 5 years floating in space. What can I do to get up there quicker, or better, or have more fuel? Are they on the decouplers? Maybe I just need to be better at getting up there in the first place. Maybe that's the thing I need to do. I was joking actually earlier about having there's a pod somewhere that you can get. I clearly don't have the. It's actually for rovers, I think it is. It's just a seat. I quite like the idea of just chucking a seat on the side of this thing. Seeing if that would help. Let's have another go. Sure, you used to be able to get orbits really easily before. It might be the command modules are just bigger. Yeah, so the satellite I could get pretty much where I wanted, but maybe the command modules may be just that much bigger, which is fair enough. But maybe there are ways I can improve this. If it's relying on my own personal skill at flying the thing, then we're doomed, obviously. It'd be quite nice to do a proper gravity turn. Though, quite frankly, I don't know how. Got this very crude one of, you know, go up to 10k, and then, you know, right, we'll turn off probes. You know, get to 10k and then come stop, and then turn. Right, so I'm going to go slightly under the orbit, see if I can get some kind of orbit. And then see what the RCS will enable me to do. Because I've got the monopropellant, I've got some, it might help me, it might not, we don't know. Speed up a little bit. Okay. Oh. Because I need to have enough left to do. Oh, bloody hell! I ran out again. That's really aggravating. So I'm on a really stupid orbit. So unless I'm very lucky, I'm going to miss him completely. So I was not paying attention, as always. So I really want to be inside his orbit, but I don't seem to be capable of achieving that terribly well. So I'm probably going to I'm really going to have to wait for him to catch up with me if I'm going to do it on this pass, and hope that I have got enough monopropellant to. So he should be he's catching up with me at this point. I'm technically, yeah, you just kind of have to hope that we'll be vaguely in the right orientation, either here or here, maybe through there, but the chances are really low. I don't seem to be able to control the circularization of my orbits. That's the slightly aggravating thing that I've got at the minute, where yeah, suddenly once I get really, by the time I get that up to a sensible amount, the apoapsis has gone mad. He's going to catch up with me here, where I don't want him to. that's not going to work. Because we need to be within a couple of kilometers of each other. Which we are not. So he's now very much ahead of me. The one vague possibility which isn't going to happen is that I catch up here, but I'm not so far inside its orbit that that's going to happen. Road flight. Well, I definitely need more fuel up that end. But it is not as simple as simply chucking so yeah, more fuel at this end means that I have to put a lot more fuel down this end. So in many ways, putting more fuel down this end might be better. Well, there is another thing I could do, actually. Maybe. But hitting the escape key isn't going to do it. Upgrade 52k. So now I've got a max. You can't see that. Can I? It's gone. Can I move that around? Oh, there we go. Launch pads where this was built at the VAB are launched. We have reason to be confident that there's a safe enough distance for everything else. Level 2, max vessel size, 36 meters. Max vessel weight, 140 tons, which is a little better than 18 tons. So that's good. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. That's fine. Do I have any debris I can actually recover? I'm just seeing if there's anything on the ground, but no, it's all in space. That's fine. LB1 test. Yeah, I never did quite get that back. That's the first satellite. Yeah. It has been mentioned by Jay in the comments that I don't need to worry about the debris. I can just turn off tracking of the debris. I don't actually need to pick up the debris. Which is true. I don't need to. I kind of want to. But anyway. I now don't have that 18-ton limit. Sweet. Meanwhile, I actually clicked on this for another reason. So update my tracking station. Patched conics visible in map. Now, do I have an... Oh, that's not what I want to do. And I can now upgrade mission control. Flight planning available, max contracts available 7. I'm not actually going to... Right. So now... I don't think I'll see anything different. Now, first off, I can now make bigger rockets. I've gone from it's just such a huge jump. So 18 tons, 18 tons, upgrade 140 tons. So I can build a big beast now that'll get me up there, and will have. It doesn't even need to be that much bigger. I could probably literally get away with just filling up those bottom two boosters with extra fuel. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make my rescue craft. It's going to be an orbiter. It's going to have a small tank and a little engine, precisely so I can precisely maneuver, and then just bolt on boosters down the bottom until it all gets up in the atmosphere. So there you go. I have upgraded things. I've got science. Where did I get science from? I've got science. What do I want to grab for science? Probably that, actually. Landing, no. Who cares about landing? I go into heavy rocketry now that I can build heavy rockets. Fuel systems don't really care. Construction. Aerodynamics. I quite like the idea of going into space planes and actually making space planes. I'm going to leave that for now. Right, I'm going to leave that there. So thanks so much for watching. Hit like and subscribe if you've been enjoying these videos. You can join us at www.nearenoughdice.com for our weekly role-playing game themed podcast and blog. And finally, as I prepare myself to hit the right keys, until next time, reach for the stars.